Alright, so onto the kitchen cabinet, which also doubles as your bed support. This was actually one of the easiest steps for me. I picked up one second hand off an online website for around €80, I think. I also found a gas top stove for around 120. All I had to really do was make small adjustments to the cabinet so it would fit in the van. Things like cutting out the back of it for the wheel well, and the good thing is you don't have to be too precise with your cuts because it's all going to be hidden in the end. So I cut a little bit out of the drawer here so it could slide in all the way. But once you're done, just kind of strengthen it back up with some screws and wood, and all in all, it's a pretty simple and cheap way to put your kitchen in. So one thing to mention, I guess, is it needs to be the same length as your bed, as it will be acting as a support for it. Apart from that, it's a really simple step and you guys shouldn't have any problems with it, so go out there and find one and get on with it. So part of my design has a cabinet or I wanted to build a storage for my sink and my stove, and also a support for when my bed folds over so I can rest on. There's two ways I could have done it. I could have built it myself, but it would have taken a while and probably cost more. So I had a look on Marktplatz here, but for you, any kind of second-hand website, found this pretty sturdy, it's pretty good looking cabinet for €70. So I put that in. Had to make a few cuts like down here, and it's a bit rough, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to be covering this so you're not going to see it. Cut in above the wheel well. I'll show you. Oh. So you kind of see in here, see the wheel well protrudes. So I had to cut some of the cabinet away, make little adjustments to it so it fits, but it fits nicely. Stuff like cutting that out and slightly cutting this drawer out here so it doesn't hit the wheel well when it slides in. Stuff like that. It's a pretty nice cabinet, matches the colour scheme. Pretty sturdy. My bed's going to come down on top of this, and my stove's going to be on top of this. I've decided to keep it raised rather than sinking it in, because if I had to sink it in, I would have had to cut out. You see how the sink here is kind of just over from where this drawer is, so I would have had to cut into the chest, to the drawer cavity, and it's not the best idea. So I've sunk it down just to the point enough where you can see you can get your drainage hose on there, and you've got your hole for your pump hose as well. So there was no need to really cut a hole for the whole sink. I've just dropped that down so I can get my hoses through, and I'm going to build a frame around it so it sits up. It's a bit better height too for cooking. It would have been a little bit low otherwise. So I'll probably do that in the next couple of days because I don't want to secure it yet in case I need to make a few changes. But that's kind of where that'll sit, and it'll look a bit more tidy once I finish it off with some trimming. But yeah, it's coming along good. I'm gonna have to get something to keep these drawers and cupboards from coming open, but we'll show that another day. And we're well on the way to building the bed, and hopefully 4 or 5 more days and it'll be done. So check back in.